So this wasn't the 2020 plan for all of us, was it? For Barefaced, we were intending to move into a new unit, which I am sitting in. When I say move into a new unit, add another unit that we could do video-y things from, where it's not noisy. And so here I am, it's me, here I am, on my own. And I was intending to have a bit of a rant about the complete chaos we're all in, which you all know all too well about. And then, just as I got things together to try and shoot a little video, yet more chaos happened because of some appalling behaviour by American police. And now I'm sitting here watching us fight our way through a pandemic and fighting a battle for a world that has been reaped by horrific behaviour, predominantly by my white associates, my white ancestors, my white predecessors, and unfortunately plenty of white people who are of my generation and surrounding generations. And yeah, it seems particularly ironic and painful that we have this level of racism which is endemic to society when so many of us are listening to music which would not exist without black influences, without African influences. Sadly, without the influences caused by the horrors of the slave trade, uprooting people from their cultures, from their families, and dragging them across the Atlantic to work and taking away their rights. And the blues came from that, and I don't think there's any music created since 1950 which isn't influenced by that. Yeah. Here's the some of the stuff we make. These are all guitar cabs. But there's a bass hanging up there, because that's what I'm best at. In fact, I'm terrible at playing guitar, but thankfully at Barefaced there are people who can play guitar competently, as opposed to just pretending they can play guitar. But I like playing bass. That's me. I'm a bassist through and through. But I don't think I've ever been in a band that doesn't have a guitarist. Anyway, so pandemic, endemic racism, absolute bloody chaos. All the gigs cancelled, all the tours cancelled. We're still here. Well, some of us are. There's a lot of people furloughed. Barefaced will certainly be in a different position when this ends. We've got stuff to do. Fortunately, our overhead of sort of me and the units we have is relatively low, so even if it ends up there's just me and then we have to rebuild, then so be it. But hopefully we can hang on and drag our way through, and we won't lose too many staff, and we can make good stuff. But what you probably want to know is, what are we going to do in the meantime? We've got this media room. It's still being sorted. Got some acoustic treatment in here. When we first got this room, it was the most hideously echoey, reverby room, to the point that you couldn't actually have a conversation with anyone without concentrating really, really, really hard, because the echo was that long and across that many frequencies. But it's sounding a lot better now, so we can show you some of the stuff we've done with that. I'm quite chuffed with some of the bright ideas, creative acoustic solutions. We've got lots of gear to demo. Obviously there's all the guitar cabs, there's the bass cabs. One of my reactions to the lockdown situation has been to go, right, well, I'm going to write some songs. I've got a lot of material. I actually went back through all the things I've got on the dictaphone bit of my iPhone and found that I have, I think it was 100 riffs or songs or parts thereof. I was like, right, I'm going to have to write some lyrics. So I've started writing lyrics, and sadly there's an awful lot to write about in the bizarre, strange and disturbing world of 2020. So I'm going to crack on with that, and if we can get this room sorted, it should be ideal for recording a lockdown album and creating some interesting content which actually lets you hear what our cabs do. Yeah, so there's the cabs, there's guitar cabs, there's some really innovative stuff going on there. There's the bass cabs there, over there, you can't see them. We've got a pedal in the works, we've got an amp in the works. I've got some other ideas too. But everything takes quite a long time because there's not a lot of people here, and there's a really high attention to detail and some quite pioneering stuff being done and corners not being cut. So that is why it's long-winded. Having said that, it just dawned on me that I keep staring in completely the wrong direction and the lens is actually there. So this may look so weird that I can't even use it. But you know, we live and learn. Maybe I'll use it anyway, and you'd be like, why was he looking over there? Who's over there? And I say, well, that's the mop over there, and that's a big illustration of a 410, and that's a digital radio. But yeah, and there's a Hetty sort of pink Hoover thing. There's a tiny drum kit there. So yeah, hello world. It's 2020. It's a complete and utter clusterfuck, but hopefully we'll get through it. I hope you haven't lost loved ones. I hope you haven't lost friends and colleagues. I hope these horrors aren't impacting you too much, but they will be. They're impacting all of us. Yeah, bad times, sad times, difficult times. And here I am on the YouTube. I've got to work out how to edit this now. We'll see how that goes. I mean, how hard can it be? YouTubers do it. Am I a YouTuber if I'm on YouTube? Do I say like and subscribe now? I don't like that stuff. I don't want to do that. Don't like and don't subscribe. No, like and subscribe because that's good. That's good. Bye. We'll be back soon. Yeah, we've got lots of stuff to talk about. I've got lots of opinions, lots of things to rant about. I'm quite worn out today after the battle of trying to get various bits of technology working, which despite being one of those people who is assumed to be a sort of techno person, I'm not really. Not when it comes to computery things. I get really annoyed by them. Bye!